Good evening. I'm Coach Benny Carroll, along with Coach Grady Lowe. We'd like to welcome you to Time Out for Comet Hoops. On our show this week, our Comet of the Week will be senior player Brian Knipp. We'll be talking to him in a few moments. Also, we'd like to show you some highlights from our scrimmage last Saturday against Ripley, Ohio. And also on Where Are They Now, we have an interview with Mike Tabor, who's one of our ex-players here at West Carter. Of course, we have the answer to last week's trivia question along with this week's trivia. And also, we're going to be giving you the latest information on our panorama, which is coming up this Saturday.
In our interview, we have with us our third senior on the team, Brian Knipp. Brian is the son of David and Trina Knipp. He's been with us for 4 years, and I'll tell you, I'm going to brag a little bit on Brian here. I hope I don't embarrass him too much, but he's really had a change of attitude. His work habits have changed tremendously, and I look for a big senior year out of Brian. And Brian's going to help this basketball team. He's shown some leadership qualities that we really didn't know Brian had. He's helping some of the younger players on the floor, and he's being vocal in practice and letting them know that he is a senior and it's his last go around. He expects them to play hard and give their best effort, and this was something that we really didn't expect out of Brian. We knew he was capable of it, but we really hadn't expected it out of him, and he's had a tremendous change in attitude and the effort that he's putting out on the floor, and we're really looking forward to Brian having a big year for us. Brian, how long have you played basketball, and where'd you play ball in elementary?
I've been playing for 6 years. I played at Grand Elementary.
Okay.
Back in my hair.
I know we got a chance to watch you quite a bit. What part of basketball do you like best?
Offense.
I didn't figure I'd get any other answer besides that. Well, you have developed a nice outside shot, and we're looking forward to you putting that in the basket for us this year. And I know you've worked on your ball handling. We talked this summer that you need to work some on that in order to improve the game and to help us. What ways do you feel that you can contribute to our team this year?
Well, I can put the points on the board, I think, and I can get the boards, the defensive rebounds, and the offensive.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to you hitting the boards for us, that's for sure, and we don't have any doubts that you can put some points up there also. Who's your favorite basketball team?
Los Angeles Lakers.
I've heard that for 4 years. And your favorite player?
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. He's a dandy. What are you planning on doing after school, Brian?
I plan to go to Morehead State and go to college and get my degree.
Well, that's good. Well, what about activities other than basketball? What do you like to do?
I play baseball out here, and I like to hunt and fish. And
real outdoorsman, huh?
Yeah.
You plan on being a top-notch pitcher for the baseball team?
Yep.
Well, I'm sure Coach Carroll will hear this and take that into consideration. Brian, listen, I'm glad you took time out and stayed after practice with us today to get this interview in, and I'm sure the fans have enjoyed meeting Brian Knipp.
No.
Last Saturday, we had an opportunity to scrimmage for the first time an opponent in a game situation. Ripley High School from Ripley, Ohio was here, and we got varsity got a chance to play 5 quarters of simulated game situations, and it was real good for us. We got to look at the players in game type situations, handling the things we've been trying to teach now for past few weeks, and we looked surprisingly good. I told the players in practice this week that I was pleased. I wasn't satisfied, but I was pleased with the way they looked in their first scrimmage opportunity. We made some mistakes that we're going to try to correct, but overall, we were pretty well pleased with the effort that they gave and what they accomplished, the execution of the offense for the most part. Our press looked good in spots, and other than a couple of drops in intensity, by so much substitution, all the players got a chance to play in the varsity scrimmage. And like I say, overall, we were pretty well pleased. And those of you that were here, I hope you felt the same way and could recognize how hard the kids did play and try to get the job done on the floor. We put together a little clip for you, especially those of you who didn't get a chance to come out and watch a scrimmage. and I think you'll enjoy what you're going to see for the next 5 or 6 minutes. This rules segment, I'm just going to go over a couple of counts that will be going on during the game. One I'm sure that you see quite often. Another one that you may not even be aware of, and I'm sure that you don't sit and watch the referee make that count. As a matter of fact, I've been in high school coaching for 15 years now, and I've only seen it called twice, once on West Carter. The first count I want to go over with is the 5-second throw-in count. This has changed a little bit in the last couple of years from what it used to be. A player who is out of bounds with the basketball and going to make the inbounds pass to his teammates has 5 seconds in order to make this inbounds pass. Now, it doesn't mean that someone has to touch it inbounds to end the 5-second count. The referee can count for 4 seconds. You can just throw it inbounds. It doesn't have to touch anybody. But the throw-in count, the 5-second count on the inbounds man, is through. As soon as he releases the ball and makes the inbounds pass, then the count is no longer put on the inbounds man. So, the 5-second violation and the turnover as a result will not happen as long as he releases the basketball before the 5-second count is up. Another count I want to go over with you, sometimes you'll notice on the free throw, the outside official will be making a little count down at his side. Sometimes it's barely noticeable, and we've even accused the referees of not making that count all the time. But a free throw shooter has 10 seconds in order to shoot a free throw, and the free throw must be taken in 10 seconds, or it is a violation. So that's a couple of counts you can keep your eye on this season as you're watching our games.
Our guest this week for the Where Are They Now segment is Mike Tabor. And we don't have to go back too far in time. Mike graduated last year from West Carter. Of course, he played ball here all 4 years at West. Mike is the son of Dave and Phyllis Tabor of Olive Hill. Mike, right now I know you're at Georgetown College. You want to tell us a little bit about how you got there?
Well, Georgetown gave me some scholarships, academic scholarships through their athletic program. And the coaches got me that. And National got me a scholarship, and that came with a job over the summer. And through some different circumstances here and there, I ended up going to Georgetown.
I know, Mike, you academically, you were the co-valedictorian here last year at West Carter, and I know that's been a big part of getting you this far. What are some of your career plans?
I hope to finish out 3 years at Georgetown, and then transfer to UK or Georgia Tech for 2 years and get a chemical engineering degree.
Those are some worthy goals. Any advice along that line? I know we tell all of our players that their grades should be first. Would you like to give any of the young players some advice?
Well, I found out quick that you have to be real good to play past high school. And right now it's touch and go. I got to go back out next year and maybe try it again. But basketball really won't get you anywhere. You need to keep up your grades more than anything else.
You mentioned sports. I know while here at West Carter, of course, you were a fine player for us. Your father, Dave, coached here for several years. Of course, I had the opportunity to play for him myself. What kind of impact did he have on you as far as getting you started into sports?
He just got me started. I just tagged along everywhere he went on the games. There's a picture back at the house where I'm right behind the bench hanging on to the rail up at the old armory watching the games.
You probably don't remember tagging along to the state tournament. I think I was a junior, and I think you crawled all over me in the backseat of your dad's car there that day, but you were starting young then. Mike, what were some of the highlights of your career here at West Carter?
There were some pretty good games. I would say my favorite would be the first game of my senior year when we played Fairview at Fairview. It was just a great way to start out the season, and it was a pretty good game all around.
Yeah, you did. Of course, I remember that game also. It was my first game, here at West Carter, and I remember you hit a couple big shots, and that was a great win for us. I know there's always two sides to everything, Mike. What about any regrets or anything as far as your athletic career here at West Carter?
I'm looking back, I'm real disappointed in my efforts. I feel like I should have and could have played a lot harder from the very beginning. As I went along, I found that when I played harder, I played better. And I really tried to exert myself more as a senior than I did any other time, because I knew that was the time that I had to really get my act together, because I only had 1 year left, and after that, who knows.
Well, I know, Mike, you did have a fine year last year, and I enjoyed the opportunity to get to coach you. Of course, I wasn't here your first 3 years, but you did a fine job for us. I know you're going to be successful in whatever you do. And I think, for any of the young people watching, Mike's a good role model as far as grades and behavior and so forth. So, Mike, I really wish you well, whatever your career leads you into there.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, it's time for our trivia section of the program, and if you remember last week, the trivia question was to name the high-scoring West Carter team for one game, and that was 102, and it came during last season, during the Greenup County Invitational Tournament, the consolation game against Morgan County. We defeated Morgan County 102 to 99 in that particular game, and that is the highest score for a West Carter team in a single game. For next week, we'd like for you to think about the number of district titles that West Carter High School has won since they've been in existence. A few minutes at this time to remind all our fans of the big panorama we have coming up Saturday night, November 17th. We think it's an exciting evening of basketball, and anyone who enjoys basketball should make an effort to come out and watch the teams play that night. We have one of the top teams in the state with Lexington and Tates Creek. They'll be taking on East Carter at 5:30 that evening. We've got Lawrence County and Fleming County. Two teams will be playing during the regular season. They'll be playing each other in the second scrimmage. That will get underway at approximately 7. And in the final scrimmage of the evening, we will be taking on Tollsboro High School, which by now you've heard has a UK signee with them, Chris Harrison, real good basketball player, and I'm sure all the basketball fans will enjoy coming out and watching this fine young man play the game. And we'd like for all of our fans to come out and watch us play and watch these other teams play. Our JV team will also be scrimmaging that evening. They'll scrimmage Tates Creek at 4 o'clock. And we're just looking for a big evening of basketball, and we hope all of you that can will come out and join us. This time I want to thank a couple of sponsors like we do each week. And this week we have sponsors who are actually sponsoring our panorama and making it possible for us. Bud Wooten of Nationwide Insurance in Grayson and Doug Moore from Tri-State Junior Food Mart are financing and backing this panorama for us, and are going to enable us to make this an annual event here at West Carter. And we're very appreciative of these two men and the efforts they put forth to help us put on this event for you fans.
Well, Coach, before we close again this week, I would also like to encourage our fans to come out Saturday. The season is upon us, and Saturday night will be the first time for most of you to actually get a glimpse of all these teams, and I think you'll enjoy it. So I too hope you'll be here. We've had a good time with the show again this week, and I hope you can join us next week. So until then, so long.